So we're going to start recording this. Okay. All right. So we are officially recording. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Hello, Boobalas. Oh. Do you guys have your the signs? Do you have your the signs? Okay. So awesome. So have those ready. And before the end of the period, remind me to take a picture of the signs. Okay. If you don't, see if you could try to make one. Rachel, let me see that sign. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. So we'll all be able to hold them up. If you don't have one, please find a marker and make a the sign, would you please? Okay. For later on, because I don't know what I did with mine, so I'm going to make one while you guys are doing yours. Okay. So with that said, let's go to share screen and right over here, share. And we are now officially recording. So I asked you how many rectangles are there? So as you're looking, how many of you need a minute to work on this one? Can I have thumbs up if you need a minute to work on this? Put the little reaction thing up for me. For those of you who think you need it. I don't see any reactions from any of you. Nobody's giving me a thumbs up if you need more time. So you're ready to go over it? Oh, there's one thumbs up. Okay. All right. Okay, I'll say, how about this? In 2 minutes, I'm going to say we will go over it. Remember when I used to say that? Oh, we're going over this in 5 minutes. Oh, 22 seconds, 12 seconds, and it would be like a total countdown.
Sishwa, Katie said that her Wi-Fi's down, so she's gonna leave and come back.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know, honey.
You're welcome.
That's why you guys are the best. Wi-Fi can be that, Every once, well, you guys saw what happened the other day. I lost Wi-Fi and you guys had a party in my absence. So there you go. Right? Morrison was the ringleader of the whole thing. How does my sign look? Does that look good? How does my sign look? Does it look okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, so that's mine. Okay. All right. So how many? I'm going to call on names so that way we can get class participation. Miss Maeve, since you were the first one in, how many rectangles are in this diagram? Miss Maeve.
Okay.
It's okay, take a guess, and we're gonna figure it out. So that's the risk taken is where it's all at, and whatever we don't know, we're gonna learn. So think about like a box of cereal, right? How many rectangles, or how many sides does a box of cereal have?
Well, 6.
Ah, right. And the shape of each side is in the shape of a what?
Rectangle.
Rectangle. So Alex Leon. So if I were to say this right here, if I were to go and shade this part right here, what is this? Is this the top, the bottom, the side, the front? What is that if I shade that piece right there?
The top.
It's the top. Good. Awesome. So, and that means that, and this guy, the dimensions of the top will be the same as the dimensions of?
The bottom.
Absolutely. The dimensions of the front, Karia, will be the same as the dimensions in?
The back.
The back. Deja, the dimensions on the side, the left side will be the same as the dimensions on the?
Right side.
Right side. So when we're talking about this, so we're basically taking a 3-dimensional figure and we're going to break it down into a net, into its net or into its rectangles. So if I were to talk about the front and the back, right, I also have the top and I have the bottom. And then I have the left side, right? Left side. And then the right side. This is so illegible, but I know you guys can handle it because you're pretty sharp. Okay. So if I were to draw, that means that there's 2 rectangles. This should not look like squares, but I don't have enough space. So my front and my back. So I think one of the hardest things to do, my little dearest hearts, is to figure out what the dimensions are for all of them. So one of the important things to do is to actually put the dimensions in where they go. Now, show of hands. How many of you were like, I don't know, I don't draw boxes well. I don't draw three-dimensional shapes well. Raise your hand if you're with me on that. How many of you are like, I'm not that great at it? Awesome. So would you like me to show you a quick way to do it? Can I get a yes? Can you scream yes? Because if I don't hear you, I'm assuming nobody wants it.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So the first thing you want to do is you want to start off by drawing a parallelogram. So making sure that your opposite sides are
Equal.
that's with a P.
Parallel.
Parallel. The key to all of this is drawing parallel lines. Okay, what is the key to all of this?
Drawing.
Parallel.
Good. So now this line has to be parallel to that line, and that side has to be that line segment has to be parallel to that line segment. Now, what you want to do is you want to come straight down. So in other words, you see how these two lines are parallel, but just this line is parallel, but you see how it's shorter than the ones in the back. You all with me?
Yes.
Now, the two front ones, you want them to be even, so that way when you draw a line in, the line is parallel to this one. Okay, so if I'm just going to go straight across, I'm going to go parallel to that. And then over here, when you might have to do a little bit of an adjustment with your eraser, but you want to make this line parallel to that line. Okay, so the key to all of this is parallel lines. How many of you have successfully drawn a cube box like that? Awesome. So now what I'd like to do is from this vertex, I'm going to draw a dotted line, making it dotted to know that it's, and just kind of stop. Again, you don't want to go through. And noticing that this line should be parallel to those other three line segments. And then when we do a dotted line connecting here down to here, we're going to make it parallel to this line here. So we're just going to be like, and then this line here should be parallel to that line up top. And then you should have yourself a cute looking box. Okay? The key is parallels, and you guys have been all about parallel lines this year, okay? So now I want to go back. I'm going to go back to our figure. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now, as I call on people, I'm just going to call on people randomly. Sophs, what is the measurement of this height right here from here to here? How tall is this?
14 centimeters.
It's 14. Very good. This is 14. Aiden, how much is this from here to here?
16.
That is 16. The top dimension up here is, Leah, how much?
12.
It is 12. Good. Who can tell me what the dimension of this is over here? Let me go to my list. Morrison, what is the length of this guy right over here?
16.
It is 16. Very good. And the length of this guy here, everybody? And 3, 2, 1?
12.
12. Okay. So now if I wanted to do the dimensions of the front and the back, so this right here is the front of the box. So Grace, can you tell me what the dimensions of the front of the box are going to be?
12 by 14.
12 by 14. So that means if the front is 12 by 14, then you know that the
Back is
back is
12.
12. Awesome blossom. Now, okay, so hold on a second. Here's anybody trying to get in. Hold on. Somebody's trying to get in here. Nope, nobody's trying to get in. All right.
Edie just texted me. She's trying to get in.
Who's trying to get in?
Edie.
It's not showing her trying to get in. So let me do a stop share real quick. I don't see her trying to get in though. There's nothing here that's telling me that she's trying to get in. So I'm just going to go back. Just tell her to retry again and then it should pop up. I don't know why it's not happening. So just tell her to be patient. Okay. All right. The dimensions of the top and the bottom. The dimensions of the top and the bottom, Ryan Adler, can you tell me what the dimension of the top would be? So if I'm looking at the top, which is this right here, what are the dimensions of the top? Ryan Adler.
16 by 12.
It is 16 by 12. Good. So this is 16 by 12. Awesome. And that means that this is also going to be 16 by 12. And getting back to Alex Leon, can I have the dimensions of the left side and the right side? So this right here would be the dimension.
16 by 14.
14 by 16, awesome, and then 14 by 16. So if I asked you for the total surface area, do you guys know what I mean by surface area?
Yes.
Area of each side. In other words, surface area is the area of each side. So can you guys get me the total surface area? I'll wait for you. So get those calculators out, the total surface area. So that's basically finding the area of how many surfaces?
6.
6 surfaces. Good. We're looking for the total area of 6 surfaces. I'm going to see if Katie is trying. I don't see her trying to get in. Weird. There she is. Okay. There she is.
Teacher, I think I got it.
You got the total area?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Okay. What do you have for your total area, sweetheart?
1,168.
1,000. Let me go here. 1,168. What are my units, kiddo?
Centimeters squared. Right?
Square centimeters. Make sure like you sound like what you're talking about here. So 1168 square centimeters. So when I say total surface area, I'm talking total square centimeters, okay? I'm talking about the total square centimeters. Now, let's say like that you want to paint. No, let's go to a new problem before I say that. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into what happens like if we want to paint or if we want to wallpaper something. We're doing applications of dealing with surface area and fun and cool application problems that we can do. So I'm going to go back over here. Oops. And I'm going to go here. Can everybody see that? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So what I want everybody to do is read number 1, okay? Let's take a look at number 1. And what I want you to do is tell me what you're seeing in the problem and like what it is that we need to do. Okay, so what's the purpose of this problem? So talk to me about what we're trying to do. Like, what's the goal? Let's start there. So if I, again, I'm gonna go to my little name thing, Alex Cresco. What is the purpose of this problem?
We're trying to figure out like how many rolls we need for him to buy to paint the whole room.
Well, he's not painting the whole room. What is he doing to the whole room?
Like covering.
He's covering the whole room with what?
Rolls.
Of what?
Like, with wallpaper.
Wallpaper. Does anybody have wallpaper on their walls? Do you know that like you're looking around, it's pretty much paint on there, isn't it? Do you know that like, do you know places like you ever see where they have like one wall has wallpaper on it? Like that's the new thing with the funky patterns. Would you all agree? Has anybody ever tried to wallpaper?
No.
No, it's probably the most impossible thing in the world you can ever do. So anyway, so what are the dimensions of the room? What are the dimensions of the room?
13 by 11. Oh, 11 by 13.
And 10 high.
And then by 10 feet high, right? So the 11 by 13, what part of the room does the 11 by 13 represent?
The length and
and the width.
The length and the width of the what?
With?
Wall.
Of the?
Wall.
Floor.
Be careful.
Floor.
Yeah, because here's what for whoever says the wall, it's not. Because if you measure a room and you measure a room and it's 11 by 13, are you measuring the height of the wall? Or are you measuring the length and width of the floor?
the floor.
Are you measuring the length and the width of the wall or the floor? Everybody say 1, 2, 3.
Floor.
The floor. So in other words, and now, so but the walls are 10 feet high, right? So if we were to draw a box, so again, go and draw your little box and draw your rectangular prism because the room is in fact in the shape of a rectangular prism, right? We start by drawing that, making sure our lines are parallel. We start by drawing our parallelogram. We go straight down, we go straight down, we go straight down, we do this. We do this. Now, I mean, I could probably draw this a little bit better while you guys are still sketching because I have OCD. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm gonna go more further down, further down, further down, further down, just to get a feel. Okay, so if I want to, I'll put my thing over here. We said that it is, what goes here?
11.
11, what goes here?
13.
13, and this is
10.
10. Good, so now when you look at it again, so now I can put what here?
10.
And what I'm gonna do again, you know what I'm gonna do so we can get a better feel, do a little dotted line, dotty, 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 dotty. Okay, so now when I go and fill this out, I know that if this is 11, how much is this?
11.
11, this is
10.
13, I'm sorry, that's 10. Whoever said 10, you're right, I'm wrong. How much is this over here?
13.
Yeah,
13.
because this is 13, this is 13. What's this dimension right over here?
11.
11.
This is 11, good. So now we are wallpapering. What are we wallpapering? Are we doing the ceiling, the walls, the floor? What are we doing? The walls. How many
Everything.
walls are there? How many walls are there, Zach Ginsberg? How many walls are we wallpapering?
I think, is it 4?
Of course it's 4 walls, right? You have the front, you have the, look in your own room. You have a front wall. If you have a, how many of you have a rectangularly shaped room? How many of you, right? So now look in front of you. So you have the wall in front of you, you have the wall behind you, you have the wall to the left of you, and you have the wall to the right of you. So that means then if we're going to wallpaper, what are we going to wallpaper? How many walls in this picture?
4 walls.
4 walls. We got 4 walls. So, and we have the front, which will be the same as the back, and then we have the left, which we know is going to be the same as the right. Is everybody with me on that? Again, draw in your rectangles. I need more room here. You guys have more space on your things than I do, right? Hello?
Yeah.
What I want to know for you guys is to write down the dimensions of all 4 walls. So your job while I'm dilly-dallying over here is to write down the dimensions of your 4 walls, where this is the front and then the back. All right, front and back. And then the left and then the right. Okay. So can I have the dimensions of the front and the back? Rebecca,
10 and 11 or 11 by 10.
they are 11 by 10. Very good. So we are 11 by 10, 11 by 10, right? And then the left and the right, Deja? What are the dimensions of the left wall and the right wall?
11,
Hmm?
11 and 13.
Well, let's look over here. That's a wall right here, a left wall, and that's a right wall right there. So what were those dimensions?
10 and 13.
This right here, honey. I know it's hard to see. I know it's hard to visualize. I know. But this right here is a left wall here. What are the dimensions of this left wall?
10 and 13.
It's 10 by 13. Good. So that's going to be 10 by 13. So this is 10 by 13. And then again, 10 by 13. So if can I ask you guys, so now that we've established that, can you find me the total square footage of the wall? So I want the total square footage of the wall. So let me know what you have when you all get it.
Wait, Sishwa,
What?
I need you to go take like a chem test at 12:30. Is that okay?
Yeah, just, I'm going to post this video so you'll go back and watch it, okay, honey?
Yeah, I'll write the reflection.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so what you're going to do, Alex, is you're probably going to have to watch the tail end of period 4, okay? I'm going to
Okay.
watch each other's videos today, okay?
Okay, thank you.
No, you're welcome.
Bye.
Everybody else has to go. Is everybody okay with this? If you have to
Yeah.
go, it's okay. I'm going to ask everybody to watch both videos, all right? Because there's something better in this one that we did, and then I start number 2 with the other class, so that way you can use that as a segue to start number 2. Can I get a total square footage here, and then
Yeah.
we'll this up. What do we have for our total square footage?
480.
What is it?
480.
All right, so we have 480 square feet of wall, that we have to cover in wallpaper.
766.
Huh? Well, you have 110, 110, 130, 130, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? So that's what we're doing. So we're adding 110, 110, which is 220, and 260, which is 480. So whoever said 480 total square feet, that's great. One roll is 2.5 feet by 50 feet long. So how much square footage will a roll cover? How much square footage will a roll cover?
125.
125.
Roll covers 125 square feet. Very good. Because you're multiplying 2.5 by 50 to find out how much a roll covers in square footage. So if you have 480 square feet to cover, and each roll covers 125 square feet, how many rolls are we going to need?
4.
4? How did you get 4? I love it. So you did
480 divided by
480 divided by
125.
125 square feet, and that's going to give you like 3.84. Is that right?
Yeah.
Which you have to round up to
4.
4.
Awesome. Okay, so since we are out of time, I think the best thing to do is I'm going to ask you guys to watch the tail end of period 4 video. And it'll help make sense on how we start off with number 2, and then you're going to finish up number 2 for me. Okay?
Seashore?
Yes.
Seashore? I
Yeah.
have a quick question about this problem.
Which, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, kid?
I did it a different way. I basically realized that to go up the wall, it was 2.5 feet wide. So to go up the wall, you needed to go 4 like rolls because it's 10 feet high. So I basically multiplied 13 by 4 and then 11 by 4.
Look at you.
And then that got me 52 and 44. And then I add those together at 96.
Okay.
And then can I do it like that? And then I
Did you still
basically
wind up
from
with 4
there.
rolls?
What?
Did you still wind up with 4 rolls of wallpaper?
I still end up with 4 rolls because, and then I multiplied that by 2 because I needed 4 walls and not just 2 walls.
Okay.
So then I got 192.
Okay.
And then that, if you multiply 50 by 4, that's more than 190. I don't really know what I did, but I got 4 rolls. And is that?
So when you did 50 by 4, right? The problem is that when you're doing 50 by 4, you have to remember it's 2.5 by 50, 2.5 by 50, 2.5 by 50, 2.5 by 50 for each roll of for each roll of wallpaper. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because my thing is, if you know that one roll is covering 125 square feet, right? So if you were to do, your 5, so 10 by, that's not going to do it, because if I did 125 times 4, I guess it does work. Oh, I see what you did. Yeah, that would work. That would totally work.
Would that work for like everyone that we would do, or should I do the square footage for everyone?
Try it out.
Is that just more
You know
fair?
what? Do it for a couple of them, and if it works out, I think it will work out every time. And I think it's just because you're doing basic.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
I'm going to stop sharing. There's still quite a few of you. So before we hang out, do you guys have your the sign? I'm probably going to ask us to get together because we are. I picked us because we were a bigger group, but we lost a few along the way, which is fine. Okay. So everybody have theirs? Their the sign? How come mine's backwards? How do I unbackwards mine?
It's not.
No,
Not for us.
it's forwards for us.
Yeah, but it's backwards for me. All right. Well, whatever. I'm just going to.
Seashore, do you want me to send you a screenshot?
I just tried to take one. Alex, where is yours? Alex Leon.
I don't have mine yet.
Oh, come on. Make sure you have one for
I'm
tomorrow.
sorry.
I might make us meet up because everybody's going to have one. That's the whole point.
I'm gonna have one. I'm gonna make mine right after this.
Make yours right after. And if you guys mind meeting for like 2 minutes tomorrow and make our the sign, we'll do it as a class.
No.
Can you guys hold on to this?
Yeah.
All right. I love you guys so much. I want you to have a
Hey,
great
Seashore,
day.
I have a question.
Thank you.
Yo, what's up, Leah?
It's Nina.
Oh, it's Nina. Okay.